Vilsack must be closely connected with the church. The closer he gets, the more unstable his memory becomes.
Vilsack?
There's something in my head.
If something's wrong, just tell us.
Stop daydreaming, Elven Prince. We're not your servants.
I'm fine. This church brought a terrible memory back to me.
The memory haunting the ranger is back. There's blood on the edge of the blade, so vivid as if it's happening now. Now he remembers what happened here. The real difficulty is not to make a choice. It's about accepting the consequences of the choice. It's just that 1,000 years of repenting is too high a cost.
Vilsack, I'm surprised. You still have your soul.
Augustine. Torian. Yes, it's you. You betrayed me and stabbed me in the back.
1,000 years have passed, yet it feels like yesterday. We are nothing but the wheels of the inevitable.
To the victor goes the spoil. There's still much that I can't remember.
Take it easy. What about when you were awakened?
There was someone, my own kind, with a pair of antlers, but the image is blurry.
Don't worry. It takes time.
The Battle of Modenberg restored part of Vilsack's memory about Augustine. That name seems so familiar. While his comrades are guessing Augustine is the reborn king, Vilsack has come to a different conclusion. There are many questions to answer, but Alina and the others must focus on their task at hand. As Bison suggested, Isadora left to deliver the message and the troops were on the march.
I wonder if we can trust that woman.
Too late to think about that. She's on the way home now. Regret doesn't help.
I hope she won't turn tail and run away.
Uncertainty loomed over everyone in Golan. Time wasn't on our hero's side, and a well-equipped army that suddenly appeared was making things worse.
Hounds of Thorns, you're not going anywhere.
Heretics. The hell with them.
Look at what you've done. Is this the so-called will of the gods?
You foolish folder. Mind your own business.
There's no time for this. We must deliver the message.
I don't think mosquitoes care about your mood.
I was saying, we have to take care of this quickly.
You're going nowhere. Atone for the lives you tortured.
Ha! A heretic's nonsense. I'll send you to the Hall of Gods.
How dare you mention the gods after defiling so many lives? This world has no place for you.
Dragon. It's not good. My arrows never miss. I can't do this. To the victor goes the spoils.
The Gorlans cut off the source of the monsters in the pit, but a large number of enemies had already left. Under the command of a viper-like witch, the undead army gnawed at the royal guards defending Red Hill.
Foolish minions! Forward! Kill them all!
It's over! Their number is not decreasing at all. We can't hold them off like this.
No, victory will be ours.
What? But how?
We'll win. The Gorlanders are back.
Just when the royal guards had lost the hill, Alina and her men rushed the army. They pushed towards the arrogant Viper Witch. Their valor inspired the royal guards, who then followed them down the hill. But the Viper Witch remained unconvinced. She toyed with magic flames in her hands, waiting for her opponents from both sides.
You know what? I admire her courage.
I'd say you admire her delicate snake skin even more.
You don't talk much, but well said.
I can't do this.
The inside magic will perfect even the most filthy of creatures. Evil humans, witness my power!
What? Inside magic?
The Insiders. Unbelievable. The creation of madness from 1,000 years ago.
No more words! Behold!
We're blessed by the gods!
That illusion was probably Augustine, king of ancient Taurian. The Insiders were from that era too.
But the Insiders were burned into ashes in a raze.
Augustine.
The Battle of Burning Hills was over. However, a sorcerer among the dead army caught Alina's eye. He had a dog's head, and more importantly, he was wearing an ancient robe with the sigil of thorns. The sorcerer escaped to the mountains near Shred Volcano. Alina pursued him. And Isadora followed her brave and reckless friend once again into danger.
You sure about that? We've chased him a long way.
Trust me!
All right. But this place sucks.
Look, what is that?
The sigil of the Crown of Thorns. Damn, that sounds familiar.
I saw him! This way!
Just when they were wondering about the sigil, a figure attracted their attention to the collapsed volcanic crater. What kind of external force could have caused the collapse of the walls? However, both the thundering noise and the unstable ground indicated there must be something in that crater.
A collapsed volcanic crater. It's hard to walk.
When did that stop us?
Don't you understand? If this is a trap...
That way, let's go!
All right.
I admire your courage, but do you know what we are doing?
Do you? Perhaps you can tell us. Slowly.
Absurd and ignorant. It's a waste of time to explain the greatest ideology to you. Feel the wrinkle of inside, idiots.
We're blessed by the gods!
Enough. I don't have time for this child's play.
Wait! Damn it!
The orcs in Wriggle Valley spotted the humans. The Gorlanders were forced to enter the dense forest. To cover Alina and the others, Bison and his men decided to stay and lure the orcs to the valley. Alina and her followers rushed into the dense forest. During their retreat, she looked back again and again, worrying about her uncle. And that's when something went wrong with the rock. He didn't enter the forest. Instead, he stayed where he was.
Rock, what are you doing here?
Shut up! I don't know, Bison.
Since they met the orcs, the Rock was a conflicted soul. A part of him refused to fight his own people, particularly not for the sake of humans. In the Colosseum, a slave must fight to survive, but now things were different. He could choose what to do. Bison knew what was on his mind, but he didn't have an opportunity to talk about it.
Listen, I must lead them back to the valley, and you're coming with me. I know what you're thinking. Just remember one thing. You're protecting your friends, and that's it. Got it?
The Rock remained silent and followed Bison back to the valley.
We've confused them, but there's one more thing to do.
What's that?
Defeat that sorcerer.
Do we have to? We can rendezvous with Alina now.
He can rally the other orcs easily, and we're close enough to him.
Orc? Filthy traitor. You know what you're doing.
Shut up!
We know better than anyone. Blessed by the gods!
Pitiful beast. Do you think you're any different from them? You, humans, dog. You will be slaughtered like the others. Ha ha.
Shut your mouth!
Isidore and Vilsack ventured deeper into the spider's lair. They carefully examined every single branch and dealt with any spider they found. Just when Vilsack thought their job was done, a tiny globe of light appeared. It blinked and carelessly caught the ranger's eye in the damp mist.
A tunnel over here. There's light from the other side.
Curiosity killed the cat. Not like we have any other options.
We have to keep going. It's deeper down there.
Once this place is secured, let's go find more herbs.
Nobody expected things to be so difficult. Let's wipe the bugs out first.
A meal that serves itself up for the slaughter.
Damn! It's a trap. That light globe was bait.
Oh, how lucky we are.
It has been a while since I chewed on some fresh meat.
Ha! Someone is dealing with the Spider Queen for us.
Elves!
Drop your weapon. We don't want to hurt your friends.
Don't. I'll do what you say. Listen to me.
Tie him up. You can talk in the dungeon of Lawa.
Vilsack's request reminded Alina what she saw on the way. She reconsidered her decision. Bison knew it was time. Alina was worrying about what he always wanted to say. If the elves were lost, humans would never make it alone, no matter how arrogant they had been. The Gorlanders must put their resentment aside.
Lawa is burning. It's now or never. If we lend them a hand, they would probably help us in return when the time comes.
Resolute, Alina clenched her fist and pursed her lips together. She had finally made her decision.
I see, Uncle Bison. I know what to do.
The elves might be inexperienced in this situation, but all they need is some inspiration. The undead aren't aware of their flanks. That's the key to our victory. Like I said, their flanks are completely exposed to our blades.
Time to teach them a lesson.
Thunderbird!
Expel these foolish intruders!
Alina, I was mistaken. I feel sincerely sorry for my actions.
Save your apologies for later.
We're blessed by the gods!
Alina, please forgive me for my impoliteness.
It's nothing. Our people have more important matters to discuss.
Indeed. We should fight side by side again like we once did fighting the dragons 1,000 years ago.
The Wanderers forced the Gorlanders into an underground workshop. The Blade Master was eager to feast on their flesh. Both he and Bison once fought alongside Wainier. They were each other's shield and blade under the lion banner of the Royal Guards. That's why he absolutely couldn't accept Bison's betrayal. However, Bison held a different opinion about his former friend.
I don't care what people say to tarnish his reputation. I hold my own opinion.
You speak highly of him.
If Garland had lent a hand to him, he would probably remain a hero of the country.
That sounds like a sad story.
A hero? Murphy screwed him badly when he was leading the attack on Izanin.
All right, that's enough. I liked you better when you were talking less.
The Rock had become talkative again. Perhaps he had walked out of the shadow. He was different now.
This workshop looks more like a prison.
Well, most workers were prisoners.
Here they are!
We can handle this. These are only guards. Anger has blinded that idiot.
Bison, I've been waiting for this moment. Today, I will execute the man who betrayed us for his vanity. My very hands.
Reconsider it carefully. If you're even still capable of thinking, don't take me for a fool.
Of course. But my slaves shall drink your blood first.
Punishment from the gods! We're blessed by the gods!
We have to go, or all of us will be trapped here.
On the top of the cliff, Alina gave a passionate speech that could be heard even by those at the bottom. The Gorlanders then rushed down the steep mountain passes and beat the ugly amphibians to pieces. Soon, there were no more Mizelvik in the rift.
I didn't expect to see Misselvisk again in the north.
Unless they've destroyed Augustin, they must be a part of the Undead's plan.
Vilzak knew Augustine well, and his strategy, visions, and methods. Alina frowned annoyedly. She was tired of the vile art of spells.
Is this also the doing of inside magic?
Don't worry too much. We have the advantage. As long as we remain cautious, their plot won't succeed.
Unless countless undeads are hiding beneath us.
Right after Isadora finished her words, the ice under their feet cracked. Rotten arms ripped the ground open, followed by the ugly eyes of their owners.
Isadora, you jinxed us!
I just stated the possibility.
The Misselvisk were merely the means to weaken us. These are the knives behind us.
So disgusting. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah, if this undead legion arrived a bit earlier, we might have to stay here forever.
Justice will never be late! We're blessed by the gods!
The Gorlans persisted until they reached the innermost part of the hall, where a beam of cold light shot down from the dome. The throne of Torian emitted an aura of silent and solemn.
Here we are.
I can feel the grudge.
The mournful screams that echoed in the ears became closer and clearer. A mouldy, rotting smell wafted through the air. But Vilzak felt more than that. He remembered Lord of Torian and his bravery during the final battle against the Black Dragon, Wolkangaz.
Finish it. You deserve this fight more than anyone else.
I do.
The seemingly satisfying revenge was not as exciting as Vilzak imagined. He even felt a bit empty and sad. Stupidity, falsehood, sin and greed occupy our souls, torment our bodies. We nourish the regrets that make us happy, just as beggars feed their lice.
The wedding was held right here in this hall. It feels like yesterday.
I can imagine it completely.
It turned out to be the beginning of a chain of vile plots.
It's time to settle this.
Well, you know.
Come, Vilzak!
Perhaps he's ready to be ended here.
He must be ended here.
Justice will never be late! I offer my piety to the gods! Thunderbird! Justice will never be late! We're blessed by the gods!
At this moment, I'm finally relieved.
It's over, Augustine.
Thank you so much.
Everything's going as planned.